It's been a wild and crazy episode. There's a lot that we can talk about right now, but before we get to our closing remarks, we do have one more thing, and this one is personally for you, Dave. So listen up, as Will has something to tell you on behalf of all of us. Take it away, Will.
We're doing it that way. Shit. All right.
How do you want to do it?
No, it's fine. We can totally do this. I'm gonna do my speech now. Okay. I got you. All right, Dave. So, fun fact, story time with Dave. As we mentioned earlier, me and Dave first met in the Tep House at a mixer or a party, just getting drunk and being silly. And wrestling came up, and I don't know if it was 3 hours, but it was certainly a hell of a long time. We just talking and shooting shit about wrestling. Little did I know that Dave was part of the fraternity. I was a sophomore at the time. I thought Dave was just a senior. Little did I know he was a super senior. And it was shortly after I think I was doing the podcast by that time already. Yeah, I was definitely doing the podcast. It probably just started. And Christian left, and I was ready to call it quits. I was not liking it by myself. And then Dave came in. This is the first time Dave saved my life. And me and Dave started doing the podcast. Dave, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So I was like, you're making like a mime gesture.
No. I was saying the first time.
First time, number one. So then Dave came on the show, and not gonna lie, within like 9-10 episodes, I was ready to call it quits again. I was just not liking what we were doing. I only had one microphone. Me and Dave, we have good chemistry because we're good friends. But on the podcast, I was just getting very frustrated. And then he brought Ricky in. And that was the second time Dave saved my life. Because this podcast is a big part of my life. It has been a big part of my life. It's going to continue to be a big part of my life. And from there, my podcasting dreams and aspirations continued. They kept going on and on and on. Eventually led to the Kings of the Rings Network. And then it led to Rant with Dan Network. And that leads to Ambiguous Productions and Ambiguous Network. And running my own company all around podcasting and websiting and marketing and all that bullshit. And before you know it, I'm going to be a very successful CEO running my own podcast company. And it all goes back because Dave walked into the Tep House when I was going to do a recording. It all happened because Dave introduced Ricky into the show. It all happened because Dave did all these episodes with us. It all happened because Dave sat with me talking about wrestling in a frat house at a party. So, Dave, you have been a humongous influence on my life. And I can't thank you enough. I cannot express properly how important of a person you are to me. And as hard as it was to have you leave the show, what was best for you and for us at the time, and for you being sober, I could not be more proud of you. You graduating, I could not be more proud of you. For where you are today, I could not be more proud and happy and honored to be your friend and your brother. And for that, I came up with the idea. Ideas been floating around for a while, but the right time, and I think now is the right time on episode number 200. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are introducing the one, the only, Mr. Dave Malkowicz as the first class, the man who stands alone in the Kings of the Rings Hall of Fame. Mr. Malkowicz, the floor is yours to say words. That is my speech inducting you into the KOTR Hall of Fame. Now, before I let you speak, we are going to give you your own shirts. Rant made us a logo for you. Your own shirt will be in the mail. You do not have to send me pants. That has been vetoed. And the Kings of the Rings Hall of Fame will be something we do once a year. Every money for the marks, we will be introducing a new class to the Hall of Fame. And I cannot picture a perfect person, a man who stands on his own, the pillar, the foundation of this podcast and my podcasting career, Mr. Dave Malkovich.
Okay, I'm actually at a loss for words. Like, I'm not gonna lie. The whole time we've been part of the show and even departing from the show, we always used to say that. Like, you always used to say, like, if there was a KOTR Hall of Fame, you'd be the first in it. And, you know, it's great to hear that. In the same respect, like, you know, I never thought it would be anything more than that. And, yeah, I mean, we parted ways on great terms. And, I mean, I'm honored that you guys decided to drop this on me in this anniversary episode for your podcast, our podcast, but now your guys' podcast. And I mean, that's a beautiful design.
You're welcome.
That's a beautiful design. And I mean, you guys said Rantfather did that?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he does all
it's kind of funny you mentioned that, because here, I need to step away from the camera for a second. There's something in my room that I look at that's related to this every morning, just to remind me of the progress I made, and that's this.
I remember that.
Oh no, shit.
For those of you who can't see this, at the Rant Gala for the network before WrestleMania, it was literally right before me and KOTR parted ways. Part of the end of year awards, the one award they didn't announce was the Golden Mike Award. And, you know, I ended up getting this Golden Mike Award and had a show called This Is Me. And it's where I basically put it all out there about my history with substance abuse, my possession collars, my time in the program, finishing the program. And I was given that award, and I literally have it about 45 degrees from my bed in front of my Game of Thrones pops. And literally I'll wake up and that's the first thing I'll see every day. And I'll think about doing that episode. I'll think about the gala. I'll think about my time with KOTR, my time with RWA. And it literally is, it's a sign for me. And to this day, I still have maintained my sobriety from controlled substances. I'm at 2.5 years now.
Fuck yeah.
But no, like I'm literally like looking at like this design, and it may not sound like it. Like Will, Ricky, you guys have seen me cry, so you guys know what it sounds like when I'm.
I was counting on it, motherfucker.
It. You guys are getting me a little choked up. Like,
take your time. Take your time. It's okay.
Internal tears. Internal tears. There it is.
Oh.
Fuck you, dude.
Got him!
No. Okay. It means the world to me. Like, something so simple as this. Something so simple as the time that the 3 and 4 of us have spent together. Kate, when you were a guest on our show, and now you are filling my shoes perfectly, to New Orleans, giving me the Jake the Snake thing, to Summerant when everyone came together, and it's just it really is an honor. And like I said, I never thought I would ever have a mic in front of me. I never thought I would have this type of a platform. And all I could say is William, insert middle name here, Tarashuk. Rick, insert middle name here for Line Jr. And Kate or Caitlin, or if it's just Kate, insert middle name here,
Caitlin.
Murphy.
Happened.
All I can say is thank you. Thank you to Willie T. the Mac Militant. Thank you to King Ricky Rose. Thank you to the HBIC, the head be in charge. And I actually do. And I actually want to end this with something I actually told Ricky when he first asked me to do this episode. I'm not sure if you guys have listened to any of my episodes of The Crossroads, but about 4 or 5 episodes ago, I actually made an announcement on there. So I actually figured I'll use this to announce it to you and your fans. My name is David John Malkwich, and I'm a bisexual individual. I came out on mine and I came out on mine and Jeff's podcast at the end, and it was hard. And I'm actually on Father's Day going to be coming out to my dad.
Oh my God, that's great!
You guys, all 3 of you, are a very big part of my life. And I want to thank you for everything you've done with me and for giving me this platform to come back for your anniversary, your 200th anniversary, and to speak my truth.
Yeah.